It had been a moment to truly cherish, hanging with 20-year-old son on a deck, hovering above the soothing gurgle of Gore Creek in Vail, Colorado. Father and son, separated by distance and time, spending quality time together. He's reading business stuff on Kindle. I'm just beginning a new book. We had just talked with his grandmother, my 75-year-old enigmatic mother. The condo, also occupied by darling girlfriend, precious daughter, and our wonderful friends, the Lazos, is quiet. I'm reading author David McCullough's highly acclaimed book, Truman. The opening pages describe life in western Missouri back in the early to mid-19th century, the 1830s and beyond. This is where America's 33rd president, Harry S. Truman, was born and raised. It was our nation's western frontier at the time. Thousands of farmers from Kentucky, Virginia, and the Carolinas flocked toward the region's fertile soil and abundant timber. The invention of the steamboat, which allowed cargo, people, and animals to be transported westward despite the Missouri River's opposing current, opened a new frontier for the adventurous. Americans packed their families and belongings and headed west, running to daylight is what I like to call it, in a quest for a better life. These pioneers, according to McCullough, relied heavily on three things: common sense, faith, and hard work. Moving to, at the time, America's remote western edge is a great example of putting fear aside and allowing wonderment to win. I like that attitude a lot as well. I hope you do too. I grew up in this area. The geography and demographics McCullough so wonderfully writes about describe my childhood. Furthermore, I was raised with similar values that stress the importance of hard work, faith, and common sense. I'm really connecting with this book. My son's visiting from Los Angeles while taking a break from his fledgling business career, and the soothing sounds of Gore Creek continue to flow. It's a really great late summer Saturday afternoon for a dude from the Show Me State. I glance at my maturing son. He seems happy and healthy. For that, I'm very grateful. He has informed me of an interest in golf. I like that a lot too. The aspiring movie producer also tells me he'd like to use Grandpa Mac's clubs. I really like that. Those are my late father's clubs. I know wherever Mac is right now, there's a smile on his face, cherishing a grandson is hacking away with his clubs. It's a very blissful moment to enjoy before turning attention back to the book. McCullough, in describing the brave who ventured west, suggests they were primarily of Scotch-Irish descent, Baptist belief, and democratic philosophy. Sounds a lot like the marinade of my life. These early Western Missourians idolized Andrew Jackson, our nation's 7th president. While reading this book, I'm being reminded while childhood stomping grounds were named Jackson County. The Tennessee native known as Old Hickory was America's first president from west of the Alleghenies. Smart, hardworking, and faithful people founded the area that fostered my formative years. Their descendants still live there, and good Midwestern values are still taught there. A buddy of mine, Chester from Kansas City, has a place in Crested Butte, Colorado. I love every time I visit the place because above the refrigerator, and we go there often for hydration, hangs a sign encouraging others to be nice and mind your manners. But the early Missourians were not without their flaws. McCullough writes, they could be tough, courageous, blunt, touchy, narrow-minded, intolerant, quarrelsome, and obstinate. In short, my words, they could be real pains in the butt. McCullough then quotes an old Scotch-Irish prayer that seems to suggest the mindset of these Western Missourians seeking forgiveness. Lord, grant that I may always be right, for thou knowest I am hard to turn. The ending of the prayer really jumps out at me. Hard to turn. For us, this is just my opinion, having a defiant spirit is critical to success. The big challenge is deciding when to exercise this character trait. It can really help or hinder our lives, home, work, and elsewhere. I have a suggestion. Take it for what it's worth. Let's try to be our best in being defiant in ways that honor us, nurture those dependent upon us, and add value to the communities we serve. If we consistently demonstrate being hard to turn when it comes to compromising those beliefs, our futures can look as promising as those of the early Western Missourians who had the courage to be limited only by imagination, not fear, in creating productive choices to the challenges they faced. If you'd like to sign up for the Pep Talk email newsletter, it's really easy. Just go to my website, seekvictory.com. On the homepage, upper right-hand corner, just type in your email address and you'll receive a new Pep Talk video and blog each Sunday afternoon. While on the site, if you click on books, you'll find my 3 efforts. Any of them might be just what the doctor ordered for yourself or a loved one who might need a little encouragement right now to effectively deal with change, challenge, and adversity.